Okay, so, Jay and Ryan, can you tell us first ang inyong observations kung ano natabo sa arts and culture scene, especially nga may pandemic, and then of course we all know what happened during the pandemic. There were lockdowns, and then there were very few opportunities na for actual live performances.
Okay. Sige. Some musicians, I think, first and foremost, muna nang dulaan sila platform para magtukar, to express their art and to show their skills. Ang iba nag-resort sila sa online, nag-record online, live.
Yeah.
Pero as a whole, ang live events industry, I think doon nagpauway gid na shutdown suddenly tungod sa wala na may kakilanglan set up or anything. The sound engineers, the lighting directors, wala sila anything obra. So I think nag-stale sila for a while. Why sila may pagguan anything.
So we're talking about hindi lang talaga yung mga performers,
Yeah.
but also people behind the industry.
Everyone,
So we're
actually.
talking about, can you make an estimate of how big industry nga affected because of the pandemic?
Well, ang count nila sa sa Manila, sa Bilog na national live events is mga 400,000 heads na tulaan. Sa production side na wala palabot sa mga performers na yan.
Yeah.
So we're talking about how many careers, production side?
Production, mga 400,000.
That's pretty
what
much
are
a lot.
these careers?
Sound engineers,
Lights.
lighting directors, technical directors, production assistants, production managers. Basically, mga suppliers, pag supplier, they have siguro mga 30 packs na tao under them. So, ang nawadaan sila tanan, kakamustahan na kami online. Wala sila ilang mga tao, basta saan umala nila matagaan, help. Pero sang naglayo na hindi gid magdugay.
Someone even like for me, ate ako business owner ko. I'm not really necessarily in the live events nga, pero it's much affected by the live events nga profession man at the same time, because even our logistics and a lot of our side mostly comes to planning ahead mo. So it's about planning for the weeks to come, for the months to come, because as we all know, diri especially sa Bacolod, kadako-dako ding a part sang celebration, sang live events, sang I'm from Manila, pero I've moved here 3-4 years ago, and I've never seen this big of a concentration of people who treat art as their profession, as their main profession. Like a lot of people in Manila have side jobs, tapos sideline sila mo ni diriya. It's really the form, it's really the profession na sang a lot of people here in Bacolod. In terms of sa naapektuhan, hindi lang sila, not just the people behind the camera. It's the musicians, it's the people who supply food and beverages, everything in between gid sa buong nag-untat gid.
Jay, in your case, your business has been known to nurture, diba? Mga artists. How many are affected sa imong account? Mga artists nga gina-nurture sa imong.
Sa amon, I think I couldn't even put a number on how many artists exactly are affected, pero I would say that everyone was affected, as in even people who had stable supposedly careers na sa amoning pwesto, kadamo gid yang nangayo man sila bulig on their own, because there was literally no opportunity. It wasn't even the fact nga hindi stable ang ila profession, but there was no opportunity to perform whatever it is that you were good at.
What do you think is going to be the implication then if artists will now be deprived of their platforms? Hindi na sila ka-perform. Anong implication niya sa arts and culture na industry or the scene?
Sa Bacolod pa lang siguro, if you look at it, the whole 2 or 3 months that we were all inside, don't tell me that you didn't listen to music to pass the time. Don't tell me wala ka naglantaw sini para maglawig lang adlaw, para maubos lang ang adlaw mo. Pero if this happens again and wala natabalon niya art, why ta maging obra in between these periods. I'm not saying that it would happen again, but I can't say that hindi man at the same time. Pero kung matabo niliwat, wherein we would be forced back into our homes kag if ever nita kagwa, kung wala ta may mapundo subong, wala na talang tawon. Ang life would be so much more difficult without art, and I think people saw that subong.
Life would be a lot less colorful, no?
Oh yeah,
Without
definitely.
art.
And one danger that I discussed during the production of our show was mag-give up bilang artist, mas ma-drive na lang siya Grab or ma-farming na lang. Kasi wala na sila platform, so they'd rather ang ways nila maka-earn income is muna ma-farming, ma-delivery, ma-food panda or muna wala.
Can you say that there's a danger nga basi mapatay ang art and culture scene if this continues?
Well, I believe so.
Kag wala na ibang platform
Oh, I
except for
believe
live.
so. Kung hindi na nila mapilit, I think
Yeah,
napatay
yeah.
nila.
Ako, I wouldn't say that art itself would die.
Oh, yeah,
Art
yeah.
would always push on. It would always find a way to adapt. Galing kay ang artists who have contributed so much already. And these are people who have come from generations of artists as well.
Exactly.
Ang mga nanay, tatay nila were all involved in this profession somehow. And they're the ones who somehow need our attention naman subong. Kaya as I said, diba, kita ning last nga kami ning last nga ma-recover gid nga industriya out of all of this.
And speaking of keeping the love for the art alive, giving assistance to our artists who are suddenly without a platform, no? Can you tell us about the project that you are planning right now?
Okay, sige. We're coming up with Buhat, Paglaum. It's an online fundraising concert in the project, which is, well, its intention is to, of course, raise funds for our local live entertainment community and artists, and while at the same time we mounted this to start something rolling for the local entertainment and arts community. May ara lang masuguran para may ginaobra lang sila to push them.
One thing nga pero one thing nga ginano naman is we are not yet at the new normal nga stage. This is not yet it. Pero ti ari tas tunga subong in between ako ano natabo kag kung diin kita pakadto. Pero ti kung hindi magiyo subong ang art, if we don't find a way for our artists now, we're not sure if any of them would reach point B as artists as well. So we want to make somehow ining Buhat Paglaum is a show for hope nga kaya pa India na magbuhi. Hindi na yung magano nga kaya ta pa ni taguson as the point B wherein art will be celebrated again the way it was.
Can you describe kung ano ang nag-inspire? Similar performances, similar online concerts para our audience will have at least an idea of what you are planning? Paano nila ma-visualize yung magsinig ng online performance or an online concert?
We've seen this actually. Well, ang drawback ta siguro diri is technologically hindi ta as advanced as other countries. I mean, they've been doing this before. They've been even doing like drive-in concerts, mga mamo na nga things, which means that they've already started finding different platforms for their art. Kahit if one thing as well nga natabo sa nga quarantine, damo-damo ni pondo subong ang mga artists because these artists never stop to create. Ang mo ng best part siguro. Unlike most people nga nadulaan na na obra for a while, pahuway-huway na sa obra, they spend time with their families, but that's the thing with art eh. Huwag na siya gauntat. Even with people nga gara sa balay lang, gasigi-sigi na sila. So, moving towards that, a lot of people have been trying to mix and match different ways with art and technology. And they've been doing it in other countries. Ang sa aton we're trying to somehow force through that ang barrier na bala nga kapugo nga dapat amuni ang concert, dapat gutok, dapat tigaling kay hindi siya pwede subong. So kita we're trying to find a way as well nga kung paano ta Japon palambuto ng art to everyone
So that
else.
means concerts will now be enjoyed even in the comforts of your home.
Amo na siya.
Amo na siya.
That's one solution.
Hindi na sila
Yeah.
magwa.
Yeah.
Oo. And what Paglaum is talking about, we're talking about how many artists?
Well, we have siguro we have mga 12 bands, local bands who are in the project. Some of them are recording from their homes, while some we produced sa Orange sa location siya. Bali gin record sila namon live gin record sila namon and gin shoot gid. with of course observing the proper safety protocols.
This is actually what would probably surprise kahit if you guys would be able to eventually see the people involved here. These are pretty much ang best of the best that is sa Bacolod. And they're all reaching out somehow because amo ni ang daw last shot ta para itabok ta sa liwat sa next nga part kumaga. So nag-come together, nag-collaborate kita tanan ng best of the Bacolod and some from Manila at the same time.
Best of Bacolod are
Sa bands, we have Mighty Hilamon, Cocoy Baldo, Nancy Brew sa jazz. And then may ginobra mo kami mga reggae na mabot pa. Tapos for our sound engineers, we also kanday Don Abrenica of Stereophile. Tapos ang amo na video team si Grilled Cheese, sila ni Paulo Lindaya kag Zeal team. So puro sila mga wala man may ginaobra. So I figured they're gonna have to do something. So muna invite sila na ma-join sa project.
Okay. And you mentioned na other than the local bands, may ara pagid national bands?
Yes, amo naman na as a way of supporting the local entertainment scene, the music scene gid. May ara mga bands from Manila nga nag-decide nga mag-help sila Raymond Marsigan, Francis Reyes, Junji Lerma, Manuel Ligarda, Michael Guevara, Radioactive sa Go Project muna. Do makolaborate sila sa mga songs na kundiin fitted ang ilang genre.
So this is a mix of genres, no? Wala
Yes,
siya sa particular nga like rock lang siya or jazz lang siya or reggae lang siya.
Mix siya.
So it's there's something for everyone.
Yes, exactly.
Siya. When is this?
Ang first namon, I think our target we will stream next Friday.
Next Friday, that is
June 6.
June 6, tandaan, tatanan ha, June 6. And what time is right?
Stay tuned for updates.
We'll update.
Stay tuned for updates lang. But I hope you also have, let's say, a Facebook page or a website nga ang aton nga mga viewers, listeners, audience naton makabalo kag sang mga updates kung diin sila can you guide them where?
We have Facebook, just search for Buhat Paglaum on Facebook, facebook.com/Buhat Paglaum, and we also have a GoFundMe/Buhat Paglaum.
Now that is important, ang GoFundMe. And perhaps, of course, to be fair to our audience, they would like to know exactly kung diin ni makato yung funds nga sa GoFundMe.
Bali ang funds na ma-raise din namon is a portion of it will go directly sa mga people involved sa project, like the bands, the video team, the sound director, the logistics setup team. Tapos a portion pag nag-collaborate kami sa kay Viva XCon sa ilan ni Sir Charlie ko ug ni Sir Manny para kimiyara mi sila existing nga ginapang buligan mga Visayan visual artists. So ang iban nga funds i-share man to namon sa ilan whatever that we raise.
Sino gid ni gani ang nag-conceptualize?
Initially kami si Direct Juno o banda sa Manila siya. Sila ni Sir John Lopwe sa Quarter Wave. John Lopwe.
John Lopwe, yeah. And one last thing, what is your appeal to our viewers, audience, listeners? Subong.
For me lang, again, as I said earlier, art will always win regardless of. And this is probably the transition phase that we're looking at in terms of kung diin makadto ang art. And I believe so much in Negros. I believe so much that we value art to a much higher degree than a lot of the other islands here in the Philippines. And ang buligan yun ng mga tao, hindi na ni sila ang usual ng mga pero tayo mga tupad balay yun mga classmate yun before. They were the people who we highly respect. And of course, as much as possible, we would like to keep everyone going and continue this tradition of leading the way for the Philippines in terms of the art scene. So if you guys could help out, if you guys could watch and enjoy, we're doing something completely different. we would even like to say, hopefully hindi man mano, pero I think this is the first here in the Philippines that we're trying to do. So I
First
hope you
time.
guys could.
So first time siya.
Yeah, this is pretty much to this degree. Kumbaga, this is
On the way
something that,
ginobra ang video o ang project.
and the way it's been done, this is gonna be somehow of a first. Kita mo ginang art mo gid, it has to somehow be surprising and inevitable at the same time. Kumbaga. So hopefully you guys will be able to support this one and enjoy man gid. Enjoy kung ano man gid ang.
Any last words, sir?
Yes,
Last words, parting
I'll-
shots.
Okay, I'd like to invite everyone to come and watch the Buhat Paglaum show. It will be a 4-part show, and then a first one will be next week, and then masigisigi na siya. Also, you can check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Buhat Paglaum for details. Subong pa lang we put all the information there para hindi lang sa show kung gusto niyo mag-donate, you can start donating now, you can start asking questions about the project and learn kung diin ka mag-donate kag kung sino mabuligan. You can ask us on Facebook and on our GoFundMe/Buhat Paglaum.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.